play it to the highest level. This is going to be a clash of style, however, Vedius, because we mentioned bottom lane of Flash Wolves versus top lane of Afrika. They need to secure some priority down there.
Ooh, that's an interesting priority for the Afrika Freaks.
Gives them a global ability to be able to resist that. With push bottom lane, which is not a Kai'Sa, they would be able to stand up in the laning phase, but that means if they go with the Varus here, I think Afrika can open up the map in a similar way that G2 did, but nope, they go for the split push instead.
Not going for it. They lock in the Akali on the side of the
direction that Flash Wolves is looking in right now, I feel would much better answer the draft at a free position, and they do want that front line. It's something that Flash Wolves tend to rely on, having Hanabi on attack, something that can survive the laning phase. And I think that with his sustain, with his ability to silence the Akali, there are options for Flash Wolves to actually play around the top side of the map in the early game.
Not only Flash Wolves not going to go through with that dive, but Tusin's deciding, all right, it's time to make a move happen here into the bottom lane. Betty's going to be the target as the paranoia goes through. Damage coming down. Tries to flash himself away, but the Ignite is going to be on him. Stand United keeps Betty alive, but they'll still find a different kill instead. It's first blood over to Kuro. And the goes it out now, jumps after it, takes it to the last possible second. Gets a little bit of damage there with the Proto Belt, but not much more. Afrika still hanging around here in the mid lane. Flash Wolves looking to collapse now onto Keen. Heroic entrance going to come in to keep him alive. And the entrance is heroic indeed, but not enough. Maple's able to find the kill onto Keen now, as Flash Wolves will look to go even further. They got to be careful though. Kramer's able to put down so much firepower. Tom Kench ultimate does come out, tries to gobble up that mid laner, keeping him safe, spitting him back over the wall. As now Hanabi's walking in front of everyone. He's a pretty big Cho'Gath, but he's still going to take a lot of damage from these guys. Spirit continuing to walk forward. Kramer providing the auto attacks there as well. TP coming in from the Flash Wolves, looking to see if maybe they can make this go even further yet. But as long as Kramer is alive, you've got to be so respectful of that damage.
And I saw an opportunity there for Flash Wolves because they didn't actually have a pushing wave up top or in bot, and there were just 3 in mid that could have been collapsed upon by a 5-man unit of Flash Wolves, but they didn't pull the trigger. They chose not to go for that engagement, and now it's Afrika going for the pin.
Chains of Corruption down to Sword Art, who does get himself away. Nocturne ulti used, they're diving in, looking to make it happen. Here comes the heroic entrance. Keen's going to be going now into the Shroud, getting himself away, going to be gobbled up by Tusin. This Flash Wolves still looking to make the fight potentially happen now. Mood is going to be taken very low, does go into the stasis, staying alive only for a moment. Kramer grabbing the kill onto him, as now the Cho'Gath likely going to be killed here next. Maple goes stasis too, but it's already a double kill over the Afrika Freaks AD carry. Ladies and gentlemen, there go the kills we're talking about. Afrika pick up 3.
And finally, we see what happens if you force versus a 1-3-1 and you don't have control over the area where you're fighting. They funnel into a choke point, and Afrika make them pay.
Huge team fight for Afrika. I thought it was going to end in disaster, but they execute beautifully. They secure an inhibit. Flowers, they might be looking to end.
Here we go. Towards the Nexus are the Afrika Freaks. Sword Art can't do anything about it. Kramer goes on a killing spree. 3 items on the Varus is enough for this team to push for the win. They're going to get themselves their second win of the group stage. They will tie themselves up with the Flash Wolves, and they will take that Nexus.
And it's none of them.
It's Camille instead. She's banned out in for Fongfu, and they might not even go for that Alistar. G2 might be able to grab that now for themselves, as it's Olaf picked up.
That is very
emphasis on the int.
But we got to see the Zeros Jace. Oh, the fabled Jace that this man is known for within his region.
Excited to see whether that is, you know, the gauntlet.
Wait
not going to be.
a minute.
Is that, wait, support Poppy?
Success with in the first round one.
They got what they wanted from the draft, and for Fongfu Buffalo, it looks like the last pick is going to be LeBlanc, so that is support Poppy.
All right, this is pretty cool. I like.
Exactly been a big early game team so far in the 2018 group stage. 0% first blood, 0.3 kills at 15 minutes.
Heading
0 turrets, but it looks like they're going to try to make a play here onto Zeros, using the flash to get himself out. You're still seeing Perks come up around on this when he wants to make the dive. Remember, Akali is so damn good at this thanks to the Shroud. Damage coming down there. Ignite going to be used. Perks still going to be tanking some damage. The turret shot's going out there. First blood goes over to Perks, but it will be a 1-for-1.
The mid lane outer turret much higher than what they value the top lane turret, and they will be able to destroy that outer ring. How they can start pressing into the jungle.
I mean, Baron's not even alive yet. He's not alive for another 3 minutes. Shelly's already been taken. The top lane tier 1 doesn't mean a whole lot. Into the mid lane now, the fight's gonna be breaking out. Pallets absorbing the blows for now. Wadid having to flash himself away as the hammer's being spun. Wonder's gonna get himself away from that one, but they still lose the tier 2 in the mid lane, and Hjarnan falls.
Front foot, but they're just denying so much. You can see G2 starting to get desperate now, looking to attack the top side of the map.
I'm glad we had that Acer Predator replay to show me exactly how Hjarnan died, because I did not see where he went down in that fight. As Zeros going to be in some trouble now, trying to get himself away from the collapse coming out from G2. Perks blowing the flash. Play. Jankos ends up picking up the kill credit there.
And the wall just a little bit too. I always have more than what he is able to bring.
Oh, Hjarnan.
Now Hjarnan stunned up against the wall. I talked earlier about how you can't go near those walls against Poppy. Hjarnan's not getting himself out anytime soon. But now, can they get their jungler out of it? Doesn't look like it. Melioda's going to be dropped. It's 4 versus 4, but what else will spawn from this? Doesn't look...
7 display advantage game for BBB. They now have a 5k gold lead, and things are looking dire for G2.
Trying to make a play now onto that enemy support. Poppy, good use of steadfast presence to stop Perks there, slamming him back against the wall. The Fongbu Buffalo have to leave their support for dead, getting their jungler out of trouble, utilizing the Ragnarok.
Freak is 1-3-1, the ability to shove all the waves to ensure that farm is being limited. This has been much more of, let's invade the jungle, let's go for aggressive plays. Potentially Zeros in trouble.
Zeros already using the flash, trying to get away from Perks' Akali. There's nobody around on Fongbu to keep him safe. And it looks like that summoner spell is going to be all for naught. Perks just needs a little bit more to find him. Zeros tries to farm up a little bit at the end to make it work out, but it looks like it's going to be top laner for top laner. You kill ours, we'll kill yours. Pallet grabs the kill.
And again, PvP answer, but G2 can finally convert this into a tower and top lane control. We talked about how later into the game is Zeros finds Akali.
Ooh, potentially.
Null face checking the brush. Going to be hit by the Ignite there, trying to get himself away. Paranoia coming in. Damage goes through with the stasis, going to be keeping that mid laner alive for now. Yanko's trying to get himself away, flashes over the wall, going to be immediately picked up there by Zeros. Perks could be in a lot of trouble now, doesn't have the Shroud available, trying to get himself away. Kama spinning, but PvP winning the fight. They're still trying to catch up on this one. Shroud comes back down, Perks still going to be looking to get himself around this one, trying to outplay, buying as much time as possible. The champion is so evasive, and Big Koro goes in to find himself killed. A beautiful stasis from Perks, and G2 have the outplay!
And G2 finally find a fight that goes in their favor, but what a huge mistake from Koro. PvP, they're just starting off the Baron, they're forcing G2 into another fight.
Saying, all right, it's time to go. Pallet's going to be knocking away one of the G2 members, turning this into his one side of a fight as they can. They're able to find themselves the Baron, but at what cost? G2 looking to move in, clean these guys up if they can. It's going to be Null dropping now to Jankos, who's able to find himself that kill. Pallet falls to Hjarnan. Perks looking to get himself away from Zeros, but the fight has already been won by the side of G2 Esports. A double kill over the 80 carry. Perks still trying to stay alive, not going to do it this time. Shock Blast finds its mark through the smoke, but Zeros will not escape. The Guardian Angel will do nothing but buy a couple of extra seconds, and although Baron goes the way of Fongbu, it only stays on the jungler. Yielding control over the area to the side of Fongbu. Perk's not afraid of anything. He knows how safe he is in that Shroud, as Zeros is going to be caught out, having to flash away now. G2 utilizing the ultimate there on the 8. Rooted up and shot down. Good damage coming out from Big Koro.
Big Koro just styles on Wonder there. Gets the ultimate out. They're not done.
What? Not done yet. Perk's trying to make it happen, but he's slammed out of the Shroud, and that could be huge.
Oh,
Got the kill onto Null and getting himself away, though. Shock Blast blocked up by Hjarnan. G2 trying to get the remaining members away. They've still managed to somehow find a kill. They're up 5-4. They're going for the Infernal Drake.
Perks is a monster as he drags G2 through what was a devastating early game. The Infernal Drake has now been started off. Meliodas level 16 does not want to give it up.
But look at Zeros right now. Doesn't want to find the fight starts.
Woods into the back line. Wonder's trying to go in there without the ultimate. Big Koro's already going to be taken down. G2 maintains control of the area along with a gifted overkill from the side of Fongbu.
Oh, Zeros!
Everything's coming up for the side of G2 right now, but Zeros is in the enemy base with the creep wave, trying to make sure he gets something onto this enemy tier 3 turret. It's going to be taken very low, but not taken down. Zeros trying to back away, but he's going to be stopped. He'll try to fight up against Wonder, even if he drops him. It's only a Guardian Angel that he'll be able to proc today. Perks goes right back in, finds some more damage, finds a killing spree, and finds that enemy mid lane.
And not been able to translate that into winning fights. But now, the Elder Drake is going to be secured by G2. The Baron has been started off. Will we see a steal attempt from Jankos? It looks like he's nowhere near.
Bongbu know they have to go after the Baron right now because their opponents were already taking the Elder Drake. It's going to be Uber Buff traded for Uber Buff. Both sides disengaging, nobody dead just yet. Perk's going to cut someone off in the enemy jungle, maybe find a straggler backing alone. Won't do it. But it is going to be mid lane priority maintained by G2, and they'll take the turret.
And I like that in terms of the map control and where the pressure is going, G2 have it. They also get priority in the middle lane, and that's why PvP is forced to send multiple members here to at the very least gain a bit of control back over the map.
They go! Here comes your attack! It's going to be G2 looking to go in. Paranoia comes out with it in the front line, going to be soaking up all the damage. But Null's able to grab the kill onto him. Perk's not into the fight now, into the back line, making his job happen with that smoke. Can it get anybody out? Wonder's able to find the killing spree onto that enemy support. Saros goes into the Guardian Angel. Resurrection comes up, but he's got 4 dudes just waiting to beat him right back down into the ground. And Jarnan takes the kill.
G2 gets to the Elder Drake in time.
Perks is already setting off from the Baron pit, going towards that Elder Drake pit, wanting to stop this. It is taken by the side of
Look at the TP though.
Critically, G2 wants to stop them here, see if maybe they can find some kind of a punish
He's
for them.
fast.
Wonder's moving in, and that man is faster than a bat out of hell. And Koro is going to be sent there on an express ticket. Resurrection coming out for 2 different players, but it's one that's going to be dropping immediately thereafter.
To have the map where they wanted. Meliodas didn't show up. He's going to fall as well, maybe.
Meliodas does lose the Guardian Angel proc there. They say Wrath is a deadly sin, Venius. How about greed? Bongbu Buffalo lose their jungler, and now can they hold on any longer? It's G2 looking to make the dive happen. Pallet's the target next. Perks wants to find him. Wadid's got the credit. Saros can't stand any longer, and Perks goes unstoppable.
And finally, G2 gets sick of the game. They say, we're going to end it. We're going aggressive. They win the team fight, and they continue to push into the base.
This should be the last push for G2. They'll even up the score against Bongbu Buffalo. They'll take sole possession of first place in the group. They're trying to end it now, and Bongbu Buffalo will have nothing left to say. 47 minutes in, G2 take the win.
You're right. Oh no, it's not banned. It's been left open. Look,
It keeps everybody safe, and they're going to go with Lissandra second. Now, the cool part about Heimerdinger, as it goes, if Lissandra's standing in the smoke as it starts, you just press W. It's going to hit her.
Very lane dominant, trying to step up. Maybe even a Caitlyn is available, has got great range, and instead they just save it.
For today, it was the only champion played by Hjarnan outside of the Heimerdinger in the gym.
in Europe.
Whoa! No! It's the brand!
It's what? I was just about to talk about Vayne and how great Vayne is into this matchup, and then
Forget
Jarnan
Vayne.
does the swap.
This is Jarnan.
It's a brand?
We're going to play some mages.
He
This is
picked
awesome.
Brand!
This is awesome.
In that situation.
And as we like to add additional passives, a third spell then procs a big AoE percentage health damage, which does a ridiculous amount of work as Hook goes wide.
Nice stun coming out, and here comes the kaboom from the AoE percentage health damage. TP gonna be showing up. It's both junglers as well. It's about to be a party. Perk makes his way into the mix as now damage gonna be coming down now onto Muj, and Perk's grabbing himself the first blood in as he gets taken down by Maple. Wonder's able to grab a kill for himself in return. Knocked up into the air, gobbled up by Tom Kench. Woodid doing a great job keeping Wonder alive. Not gonna be shot by that snipe from the Scion at the very end of the fight.
And at the end of the day, it is just a 1-for-1 trade, but it was first blood going to Flash Wolf.
Right now, they're in a pretty solid spot early on in this game. Like we already said, they have the first Elemental Drake. They're up very slightly in terms of gold, and now they're looking to make a play. It's Jankos and Wadid coming down into the bottom lane. They've already popped the spell shield. That's how you do it before you use the Skarner ulti. You make sure she's not able to get away, you gobble her up, you spit her back out, and you collect your money.
Threat of the brand, Hjarnan has actually died for it.
Muujin really wants to clean somebody up here, but instead, it's going to be the damage coming out from Hjarnan that nearly takes him out. Wadid's going to be cleaned up by Maple, making a double over to the mid laner from Flash Wolves, who manages to make that fight still work out. Perks wants to get away onto the claw, does take it at the last second, only to get the axe from Hana.
And across the
Mid lane cleaning that one up as the rest of the Flash Wolves will move over towards Shelly's home and ever so rudely evict her.
Wonder might be in some trouble here.
Hanabi going in, has the Righteous Glory to try to lock him down. Sword Art's not going to find himself the death sentence. Nice three-man stun, but it's not nice enough to get him out. Mugen grabs the kill.
Double fire, so a little bit unlucky at this stage. Meanwhile, Jankos potentially sticking his nose in bottom lane.
Jankos just interrupting a back here from Maple, who doesn't have a turret to get himself away on. Perks has the damage. There's the electrocute. There's the proto belt. Hide in that smoke as they take him down.
That is
Now
a lot of
Flash Wolves in the mid
CC.
lane.
That is how you chain CC against Akali. That is what G2 will need to do in these later game fights. If
Wolves members, Sword Art doing a good job weaving
here
back
comes
and forth.
Maple.
Maple bottom side, wanting to collapse onto Wonder. Righteous Glory going through, another nice stun. Wonder looking to get himself away from this one, doing a good job dodging the skill shot. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Dashes away over to the Krugs. Maple still chasing after him, and he flashes to find the kill.
And this
mark where Baron will spawn, and for checking in on where everybody's at, you can see QSSs purchased for both the big carries on Flash Wolves, paying the Skarner tax. Jankos trying to come in from behind, gets himself the pull. They're able to find the damage, the collapse on the Mugen. He didn't pay the tax, and that means he's the one who goes down.
Yeah.
That's actually starting to build up more and more. What do they need to do to maintain that control, at least enough to pose a fight on even ground?
Well, right now they need damage on their AD carry, who may be caught out from G2 as they look for a flank. Tom Ken Jolt.
Flash Wolves trying to get themselves rallied up into the same spot here, ready to fight. Perk's going to be taken down to half HP, goes into the ultimate. Sword Art going to be soaking a lot of damage. Now gets bursted down. Yarnan's grabbing the kill onto him. Multiple members now going to be caught up in the Aurelia ulti as what did trying to get himself away. Perks goes into the stasis. Hanabi in the front line. It's going to be a shutdown. Wonder grabbing the kill onto that enemy Akali. Mugen gets the kill onto Perks as Hanabi's going to be chasing after. Righteous Glory will look to find the kill. Yarnan wants to escape. He gets the stun into some damage, but Mugen's got the backup firepower, and the decimating smash will axe him a quest.
And no one can deal with the Siren in the top lane. He is too tanky at this stage of the game. Jankos still alive, but Flash Wolves set their sights on the Baron.
As soon as I say, what do they do to stay in a good spot? Here's what we do to stay in a good spot. They respond. Jankos alive. Smite available. He's the one who has to slow them down enough, at least, to buy time for his team. But Flash Wolves, they're teleporting in their remaining member. They're making sure everybody's here. Jankos has Blast Cone. You steal this, you're a hero. He goes into the stasis to buy some time. They want to stop him. Jankos gets the Baron! And G2 moving muff and bucket at the ready to clean up the Flash Wolves. Wonder's going to be taken down, though, and Flash Wolves could yet maybe turn the fight. Wadid's down to one hit, but after having lost the Baron, Flash Wolves have to make sure they don't lose the subsequent fight. Perks wants to get himself away, takes the claw to make the escape. Maple still chasing after. Mugen looking to find the damage onto Wadid. One more hit to take him out, and he cleans up that kill as Yarnan's still trying to get himself away. There comes your vision plant to make sure they're able to find him in the brush. A double kill over to Mugen. This would have been fantastic for Flash.
Being able to join the rest of his team and gain advantages.
What I'm looking at now for G2 is Perks to be a more important primary initiator. Because with all these QSSs, Jankos needs it to be procced first before he can make a valuable pull. Wonder's going to be taken low. Betty as well. Wonder falls first. Betty's still going to be kept alive. Jankos grabbing himself a pull onto Sword Art, but now Sword Art's having to get himself out. Perks tries to make some kind of a move onto Mugen. Instead, going to be forced back. Maple wants to go in here on the Akali as Hanabi's going to be soaking the damage from 3. The man doesn't die! Wadid gobbles him up, spits him back down. He might finally fall here, but Maple's still able to find even more damage down now onto Perks. Yarnan throwing out the flames, but they won't be enough. Flash Wolves has completely taken over the fight. Yarnan's trying to find himself a little bit more damage. Sword Art's able to grab the pull. He'll die for his sins there from the passive, but only Jankos remains. One lonely Scorpion behind enemy lines, and it looks like the Magi's might get a couple more pages from him as Hanabi now tries to escape from the counterattack coming out from G2 there in the mid lane. Maple popping the QSS, giving himself in a decent spot, uses the stasis to continue doing so. Wadid tries to devour his teammate to safety. Wonder grabbing the kill now down onto Maple. G2 still buying as much time as possible. Betty looking to grab the damage down onto Yarnan, can't quite do it. Yarnan grabbing the kill onto Sword Art as Maple kites back. Wonder's grabbing the kill. That's Mugen down as Betty will now run, but he's running the wrong way. Jankos and Wonder and Perks, everybody's coming to Betty Town. They may be uninvited guests, but they're gonna find their man, and Wonder's going on a killing spree.
And that line that they can stand behind. They have a huge amount of stall with their mobility and the Akali as well. Now they're looking for a pick on a Perks.
Seeing if maybe this is the pick that could buy them the time they need. Claw over the wall. Perk's gonna be kept alive for now. Death sentence lives up to the name, or does it? Perk's staying alive with the ulti. Good use of the blast cone there to make sure he couldn't use it to get away. And Perks is picked off. And once here, you're trapped in between us. Never mind, we're not going to go through with that plan. Instead, it's Wonder on the front line as Hanabi pops the Righteous Glory. Fight's going to be breaking out. Perks goes into the back line. Taken low, but gets the ult off before he's going to be taken down. Betty's staying alive in the back line now as well. Hanabi tanking up everyone as per usual. Maple trying to take down those damage dealers on the side of G2, but Hanabi's going to be the first one to fall. Perks may be next. It's going to be the interrupt on Maple's ulti. He's still grabbing the kill for himself. Hanabi's raging Scion passive tries to chase down and grab another kill, but he will not find it. Wonder goes into resurrection mode as the Flash Wolves camp the body and prepare to take him down a second time.
And one more time they get Hanabi, but it just takes so long that two members of G2 die. It is going to be the solo lanes. Once again, we might see the Baron for Elder Drake trade.
The trade is much different this time, though, because this time the team that has all of those elemental drakes will be grabbing the Elder Drake for themselves. Flash Wolves grab the Baron. They ping to rotate down to the Elder Drake, but I don't know if they'll make it in time. Elder at about 3,000 HP. Flash Wolves moving in. Elder at 1K. Taken out. But does G2 get away on this one? Sword Art wants to go for a hook. Wisely sidestep at the side of G2. Maple wants to come around from the side, but G2's already winning the fight. It's a TP coming in. Flash Wolf still looking to make something happen. Woodid goes over the wall. Blast comes for the chase. Woodid's going to be taken low. There comes your Weaver's Wall over the edge. Yarnan's also nearly going to be bursted down. Seismic shove to take down that Kinch. And now, Jankos is in the back, but he stands alone. Flashing over the wall to try to stay alive as the turret falls too. Jankos tries to spritter his way away from this one, making a pull happen. It's Wonder back into the mix. They pull Maple to safety, and Flash Wolves look to disengage. Perk's still going to be there on the chase as G2 is going all the way for this one. Hanabi's going to try to buy some time, distract everyone else. Sword Art, low HP, vulnerable, slow, and Wonder says, "You are mine." Still continuing after that chase, tries to get the damage with the Blade Surge, goes a little bit too far. There is your Gunblade trying to turn this fight around. Wonder's able to find one kill. Can he make it a 1v2? He does so much damage. He can't quite find it, and Maple walks away.
What the hell? What the hell is this game? There have been over 40 kills between the two teams. Flash Wolves get the Baron. G2 get the Elder. Minions are pushing into the base. No one's winning. No one's losing. This is World's Groups, boys.
League of Legends, ladies and gentlemen. Flash Wolves and G2.
Don't get the perfect setup. They're the ones that get shut down on Flash Wolves now with the Baron of CJ.
Betty decides to let out that ultimate. They're looking to push down the tier 3. Good use of the Weaver's Wall to stop it. Flash Wolves may be looking to end the game if they win this fight. Wonder's going to be taken very low. Does get himself away. Hanabi on the front line absorbing the damage from everyone. Going to be stunned up, locked up, not taken down. Pulled to safety by the power of the Lantern. G2's not able to find themselves any kills in retaliation. Jankos in the front line now popping the Guardian Stoneplate, keeping himself all right.
Flash Wolves have so much more control over the map and an engage from Hanabi.
Here comes Hanabi with the ulti. Not going to find anybody just yet. TP coming in from the side of G2. Hanabi pulled the safety.
Canceled.
TP's canceled. That means Betty's able to pull the trigger. They're going on to Wonder. If you can find him, it's going to be disaster for the Europeans. As now Woodid tries to get everyone else away to safety. Perks on the side. Yanko's going to be there as well. Death Sentence not finding anyone. Hanabi's still going to be controlling every single person he can find. Perks goes into the ultimate trying to keep himself alive. He's going to go down to Betty. Flash Wolves are winning the fight. Flash Wolves are wiping G2. Flash Wolves are going to take this game.
And if it couldn't get any closer, they catch out the top laner of G2. They wipe the floor. It is a clean ace, and they will push into the base.
Right into the turret goes the Scion. G2 may have beat them the first time, but Flash Wolf says, you aren't getting out of this group so easy. They're gonna find themselves a win. They'll smash down the Nexus turrets. They'll bash down the Nexus. And 43 minutes into this bloodbath, they'll take the win.
as their first pick.
Kali's certainly there and is that flex pick, as we've seen very, very often this tournament. The Camille was the one that was banned away by the Flash in terms of kills in our previous game.
Yep, have to think that Zeros, if it's his champion, also pretty comfortable playing.
Oh, not for scaling. But this Lucian pickup so far. The Galio to pair with it. It's Camille Galio, Hextech Ultimatum, and that hero's full information on where Camille's going. That's what they'll do, and we already talked about Xayah Thresh. Will be a very staple duo here, would be a big advantage of taking the Cho'Gath. Waiting for the last second, though, for the Afrika Freaks.
Ooh,
hey!
it's Jax for Keen.
We're going skill matchup, pastry time.
I love to see it here. I mean, again, when I first saw Keen play here at Worlds, he played Sion, and I'm like, this is not the player that I signed up to watch. So this, now Jax in the final stage is perhaps of the group for Afrika Freaks, is what I want to see.
And now they see a hook shot, they're going straight in. In fact, maybe they'll just YOLO this one.
Stun lands, I think they're just waiting. They are going to get it. Spirit's going to follow. Beautifully set up. He flashes in. Make sure the Fear Tether is there. And that's first blood over to your Jax.
Very nice execution there. Always going to land on that Nocturne ultimate sign for Keen in this matchup. He's got the Phage. He started with the Ninja Tabi. So while there's no item lead just yet, it's definitely on the horizon. It's a nice hook.
Yeah, really nice. Into the box there. The play is good. And that's an easy kill for Kramer. Featherstorm.
Moving their bot lane through to try to guarantee this play.
Yep, should be able to grab it, so we'll see where they go next. Looks like 4-man mid as Pallet pops a sweeper and just make sure everything is safe to cover. In fact, he's going to get aggressive. Make sure his jungler can safely summon the Herald. Even Xerath is roaming down here.
It's a 5-man mid with the Rift Herald to try to force some movement. They will lose mid lane with all this threat. No Zeros is there, but they should put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, does someone stick around? Kuro actually pops the ulti. That's going to be Zeros charging in. He's trying to lock up Spirit, but Kuro, he's in stasis as Tusa's roaming up as well. He's going to get hooked up as Keen's also joined the fight, and I don't think they're quite tanky enough to Galio. Not bad, grabs a 2-man knock, but the Featherstorm is good. Null does pick up Kuro in the front side of the play, as Zeros is desperately trying to kill Spirit, but Spirit, he'll live for a little while longer. Null grabs a double kill on the other side, and that's finally a kill for Kramer, who does take down the Camille. A mess it is indeed. And if Afrika Freaks, they actually trade down.
Fingers, so they tried to make a proactive move, and largely, they stick the landing.
Yep, they get the first turret gold. They actually stabilize the gold lane. In fact, Big Core, if he can finish his turret, will get it. A double TP from Fongbu Buffalo is going to mean Kramer's going to get dove without his ulti. Zeros going to charge in. You could have flashed that. Shut down by Zeros.
I'm loving this from PvP. So high tempo, using every trick in the book to find advantage. It's going to be a 2-turret lead. The crucial problem, though, is if Afrika can ever regain vision, the Jax in the bot lane is going to get solo gold and solo farm.
It's a short-lived lead there as health bars.
Face
Don't
check.
quite slink away. That's bad news for Pallet. Goodbye, sir. Half of groups has been play your own game. For PvP, yes, well, they may be the slower team in their region. They are certainly good at fighting as Kramer going to get knocked back in. Pallet set it up beautifully. Here's Galio trapped into the cave. See you later.
Now that's not one you get out of PvP, as the Jackson do spin push, and now walks up as here we go.
Yeah, Spirit back down to the bot side. This is real unfair. Good flash, but good follow there from Keen. This needs one more auto. Boss plant's there. And Kramer already killed Pallet in the mid lane, so Afrika Freaks on 2 sides will get their top laner out, but it costs them their support. It's the kind of League of Legends that got them to this point. And for a squad that was potentially looking like, never mind, we'll talk about that in a second, because that's another hook on a Pallet. Gonna charge it over the other side and try and pick somebody off. Kramer is going to get low. They actually dove on Azaris and killed him pretty quickly as Kuro trying to zone his way out of there. Into stasis, now going to take the Lantern out of there. Tucson with a good hook gets 1 kill, and Zeros is collapsed on instantly for the second.
Really good shot calling there as Nocturne used the ult not to dive further, but to actually help out Kramer, who was caught on the bottom side. And not started yet. Here comes Keen. 1v2, no problem.
Yeah, it's going to zone them off this side of the map here. Should be a pretty simple Baron take. In fact, it's Kramer and Tucson, the dual lane, going to take that out as the TP over here is going to ensure that this goes down. That's Kuro coming back in from the mid lane. Keen's even around just to make sure no funny business happens in the Baron pit. But Afrika, they win a quick fight and they take a very quick Baron.
5,000 gold ahead, and with the Jax now being raid boss status.
Yeah, if you thought he was good with Triple Mountain Drake, now he's got a Baron buff to make things even easier. 2 quick hits to the turret and that takes it down. Big Koro and 2 more are going to try and come through. That's actually a 4-man. King going to try and get out of there. He's just buying what time he can. He's going to get a 2-man stun. He's buying enough time for his teammates. Tucson chucks in the Lantern. He pops the stopwatch. I think he's going to make it out safely. Rides it out, but gets taunted as Kramer takes out Zeros, who dove in valiantly to try and finish off the game, but Big Koro is dead to Kuro. Kuro's gonna get the next core and grab himself a double kill. And it's gonna be clean up city for a Freaka Freaks King. He took one death, but that's enough to grant a Freaka Freaks the game.
It's the King that we respect so much. The champ is dead. Long live the champ. Able to take down the enemy team. The cleanup crew is here, and this will be the victory for a Freaka Freaks.
Boosting and of course another flash as a Freaka Freaks take down yet another Nexus. That moves itself to 3-2, still in control of their own destiny, Papa.
And this is why in the
Again, we already heard from Maple. His team says, Maple, please carry us on an assessment. 10 seconds to line this one up. And there's Camille. Kicks here by the looks of things. Mugen has taken some sort of, aggressive, high-tempo jungler early in almost every...
Trying to talk about the direction they want to go in. And the Kai'Sa, which has some synergy, but has started to fall away even very extensively in lane. And ensure you take the turret down early enough that you never get those two-item Kai'Sas running around the rings.
And looks like Pallet will revisit the Gragas support
in mid lane, and Zhuhao's trying to punish Maple before he even has Shroud.
Yeah, here's the Camille gate that we expected. Maple is going to take a lot of damage, and he's dead. That's first blood. Subs in for his first game of Worlds and picks up the first kill.
Pacey, an uninteractive lane, definitely. Lock that cam on the mid lane.
If you want to see a gank topside though, here's Maple and Mugen versus Zeros, who has no flash. He's going to get flashed on, and Maple picks up a needed counter kill. But not too much to play for as Mugen back towards the top half. Gonna run into Camille though here. Who's gonna blink first? It is Mugen, but here's Suhao right behind. Hook shots in, gets a stun, flashes for it, and that's Mugen taking a little too much damage. No flash, that means no hope.
On the side there, Zhuhao's here, and so far where he's gone, good things have happened.
Practical sweep, looks for Benny, doesn't quite find the angle, but here comes Null. Benny is gonna spell shield that knockup critically, as the body slam does find two. Sword out low though, that's another kill. Big Koro this time, the big winner in the play. Bold and kill, and again, this Camille jungle working a treat so far for the Fengbu Buffalo.
Definitely hitting the maximum a few times in a row. Mugen's here though for the counter game. Pallet.
No ulti, that's going to be a flash taunt there for Sword Art, and he's going to get run down by the Olaf in Ragnarok.
Taunt flash missed, but no problem in that regard. What about a secondary kill though? It's level 5 here, and here comes Hanabi.
He's got flash, but he's got no ulti. 1v4 under his own turret. Big Koro not getting out of that one. Betty gets the kill.
And there is, of course, a little ward near the Drake that will signal the Galio walking towards.
There he is.
The Camille.
Betty, oh, barely gonna miss the stun, but the ult from Camille's still good. That's a body slam into the killer instinct of Betty. Gonna get shredded down. He does die, but it's a little late as Suhao will have to give his life. Big Koro, though, does get a kill on the way out to his death. As now Zeros TPing back down to the bot side. Gonna try and get something happen. Mugen gets knocked back. The chains are good. The shutdown gold there for the Aatrox. And now Maple maybe gonna get dove under the turret. Worldender still ticking away. But Zeros has to back off as the ulti kicks off.
And the timing is so key. Look at Hanabi's teleport about 20 seconds away as the fight started. 3-man unit, but all melee champions. They don't want to be too crazy here.
Maple trying to make a play. Has perfect execution number 2. Up and ready to go. Flash, execute, gets it, and rides all the way back to the crowd.
Clean as you can like from Maple because of the ward and the brush. He was licking his lips and thinking, there's a big play.
Seems like maybe the teams are putting more priority on this Rift Herald here, especially with first up still up. Sword Art gonna get knocked around into the house, and does put up the Spirit's Refuge with Zeros here to clean up the kill. It is Camille that gets it instead. Applies for flash rules, but Maple gonna have to try and make yet another play. Here he is, Big Koro. Gets that Gunblade shot down. Oh my goodness, the trunk. And nothing Kai'Sa can do there. A player that I maybe expected here in the tournament.
It's the reality. The first seeds have had to adapt. Speaking of adaptation, there's a lot of action going on.
3v1. Zeros gonna find himself in a troublesome spot as Betty is swooping in perhaps for a bit of extra kill security, but you're not gonna really need it. Zeros will dance his way out towards the turret, but eventually will get picked off as Maple got another solo kill on the Kai'Sa.
Just seems too easy from the side of Flash Wars getting kills across the map. The Rift Herald will draw members of Flash Wars to mid lane, but much later after the damage has already been done. This game is certainly tending towards Flash Wars as Maple is still on the charge. Ultimate may be down, but here comes the rest of the team.
Yep, flips over the top. Now gonna look for Suhao. continuing to do the damage, needs a little bit more. The ulti doesn't save him as Betty able to get the kill. And they're still going. Mugen in the Ragnarok is going to chunk down Null. It's a battle of his health pool versus yours, and I think all that's winning. Mugen, he's able to get the kill as Betty dives in under the turret and gets yet another kill for the Flash Wolves.
It's a delay.
Sword art away, Betty do pop the skull shield. But now that's actually a start here for Camille, potentially to go in for something. Suha, though, not that tanky and just dies in the front line.
The first for the side of the Flash Wolves. The game plan slowly coming apart the seams as they try to find Zeros.
Yeah, Zeros does have his flash. Umbral dashes over the wall, flashes to the blast cone. Needs to auto it, can't quite find it. Instead, he's actually fighting out on top. Now has World under there, but Betty's collapsing. So Zeros cannot escape the situation. It is Betty at the end of it all that picks up the kill as well. Can be set up well. There is still anyone's game to play for, given where we are.
And in terms of kills, it doesn't feel that way, but what you guys need to remember is, in all the conga line ganks, CS lead for the side of PvP is, okay, Maple.
That was the first clean knock up there as the Killer Instinct's going to move in onto the Akali. Sword Art going to try and swoop in for the save. Maple's out with the perfect execution, but Sword Art already dead. That's a counter kill though, as Pallet does die on the front side. Betty able to get the kill now. Zeros forced to Umbral dash away. Maple not that healthy though, as Big Cora is trying to fight off the Scion. Here's the Galio. Big Cora is going to live, but I think that's a kill as Hanabi gets the Decimator and is able to pick up the Kai'Sa. And now Noah going to try and fight it out, but it's 1v3 versus the 5-kill Siva. And it's only counting as Betty gets yet another kill.
Unchecked in this fight, and out of nowhere is 1 kill short of 8.
Oh goodness, Betty is going to get jumped on here. The Zeros are already pretty low. That's more than enough damage. A good shutdown there for Zeros. Picks up 800.
DS advantage, a Flame Horizon over the Scion. Here is Zeros against Maple. Maple's equal levels. He might just have the 1v1.
Yeah, Zeros no ulti. Maple no ult either, but Maple with a very clean shuriken flip setup.
Most of the time.
Yep, and at that point, you kind of have to find a fight, either 4v4 or 5v5 if you can get it. But again, Flash was being very diligent with their vision, with their setup. And actually going to go for a killer onto Pallet once again. At the mercy of Betty, who picked
start of the game, you'll remember. Bongvu Buffalo, are we in just random all over the Baron territory? You seem to be right,
They didn't even kill the control ward first. They just waited. They're going to go straight in for it. Maple ready to TP in with a death cap, I believe. Straight into the red buff. As you can see, PvP will turn for the fight. They're onto Hanabi. Going to try and pick up the Scion. They're actually getting him pretty low. They should be able to get him here as Pallet does get out of the way, but Maple, he's snuck all the way back around the other side, and he wants to assassinate someone. He's hanging out in the Shroud. He's trying to zone them off. Pallet looks for the play, but doesn't find it, and is now forced to flash away to safety. Maple just destroys the Gragas as he's dancing over walls, but Bongvu Buffalo, they actually re-engage. They get the flash onto Sword Art as they lock him into the Hextech ultimatum. They force the Baron and they win the team fight.
Something that hasn't been possible the entire game because of how they were so split. They're together and Maple can only get the support and get out. He's looking for an interrupt though. Betty's here as well.
Yeah, Betty can actually kill them all, I think, if he gets in there. The Baron over to PvP, but Maple, he's dancing in the Shroud. He's buying all this time, and Betty, he just needs to clean up. He does finally fall to Big Coro.
But actually ends up perfect because Maple takes a while to join, and as he's trying to get over the wall and using his shuriken there, we're going to have to hold the point. There's another fight on Hanabi.
Team fight was too long. They're actually going to start yet another fight. They'll take
potentially a Guardian Angel or Zonius, depending on what you're feeling. In this case, probably going to be the Zonius most likely. As will the Camille actually get out here? Ooh. Axe misses.
Mugen had to get. Guess is wrong. Everyone around the corner. Mugen finally found him. Suha now going to flip back over the top, but he's got no teammates at all. Just trying to buy some time. Do what he can, flips back over the wall. Nope, can't do it. Mugen does pick him up.
Too much, but the inhibitor is possible.
Zeros is pushing. This is a 3v5 defense for Bongvu Buffalo. Zeros finally recalling now, but they're going to lose this hit in him.
Cancel his back.
Zeros is staying.
He's going to end the game.
I mean, PvP have to try something. This inhibitor is dead. Flatros will back away now, so the game won't end.
It actually ends up being pretty smart by Zeros because the minion wave was so far back, only 3 ranged minions there, baited into thinking the game could end. But Zeros going to stay on this one. Can he kill it fast enough?
No, they can't quite. Hanabi, though, is not going to be able to defend this. Who's up next? Looks like everyone's respawning, so Zeros is going to have to back out of there, and he is getting ultra flanked by the Flash Wolves.
I think it's time to start going the real Yakety Sax way through the bot lane inhibitor because there's a lot of enemies coming.
Well, then Umbral dash back into the enemy base. The only way out is through hell and back here for Zeros. Going to keep fighting it out. He's going to try and get the chain onto Betty, but it doesn't quite finish off. The rest of his team's here, though. Maybe it's time to find a fight. Suha's respawns. Here's Scion charging in. Null is going to be tanking up Maple, but he runs away from his teammates. Now going to go back in onto the Camille. Zeros getting low. He's trying to fight Mugen, but Mugen's pretty low on the other side. Null and Suha trying to fight it out of there. PvP somehow finding their way back together, and there's the flash in. They're going to try and pick up a kill. They need to get Betty, but they don't quite have enough. The Sivir barely misses on the Camille, but Big Koro just can't do any damage right now. He's kiting. The whole team is kiting here for the Feng Fu Buffalo. As Noel looking to try and outplay Mugen, but he's got too many enemies in the neighborhood. Really good stopwatch. The fight's still going on the backside as Hanabi is forced to flash out over to the red buff. Sorta over the other side, misses that taunt, puts up the red, pops the GA. Zeros re-engages. I think PvP, they actually may have found the fight here. Big Koro with a clutch stasis as the rest of the team piles in, and that's going to be a wipe. Flash Wolves lose almost everyone in the back end of the team fight as Maple now popped his own stopwatch. W's gonna land, Maple's gonna die. Feng Fu Buffalo win and win hard in this exchange.
Zeros is the walkover. It's far from that as the Elder Drake.
Good by Elder Dragon. Now starting to charge in, but I think PvP just turned around for the team fight here. Zeros again, Red through the backline. Hanabi's dead already. That's the combo. Heroic entrance for the Galio, charging it all in, and Big Koro will not be stunned. Hanabi in zombie form is gonna die as Nor buys time against Maple. Pallet now gonna slow Mugen, who does not have Ragnarok available. PvP, they get the dragon, they get 2 kills as well.
That's exactly what we expected when we were looking at this scenario. 5v5's a bridge too far. Every W's basically a nuke on the side there, as with the minion waves coming in, this could be the end.
Maple was forced to TP back to his own base from the topside river.
Well, here's the base. You sure you can keep it up?
Let's find out here. Maple is just getting shredded down by the Winter 4 and the Elder Dragon buff. Feng Fu Buffalo, they want a second win here at Worlds. They want the upset. Maple, he finds the outplay, but the next is exposed to Big Koro. He's just gonna rip it to shreds. The upset is there, and the
to gauge what's left open. The Camille flex pick was so important, but there's not going to be a support Gragas if Gragas locked in.
there is the very much expected time catch and also very quick Jin there for him.
You'll feel a bit sheepish. Let's see what a freak could do. This is a big flex pick for them.
And let him carry on if they can. So I wonder if they do give Kuro something like the Gallo here, even something like the Zillion, a more supportive mid laner, which they do lock in. I wonder if they can give one to Casio.
Very, very possible, right? A pick that's been seen on the international stage. With no resources, you can see Keen has to use mana on both Wave Clear and Harass, and right now, just doesn't have the total to pull it off.
Here's the setup. Perks is out of mana, so that's Kuro going to leave the lane. Two's going to start the dive. Here's Galio ulting. Going to try and make the play, but he's first blood for Spirit, and maybe make it second as Kuro does grab the second. Again, all the cooldowns ready for a Freak of Freaks if they want to make some sort of counterplay.
Kind of what they have to do with a comp like this. Vacate when their ults are down, but step up when they're up. Speaking of up, Tucson, considering his options.
Spirit ready, Tucson goes in, Galio going to charge it up, but Woodid's going to try and walk out of there. Keanan is forced to flash away, and now Yankos may have caught one. Spirit is going to stay in the pit, but Keen's TP'd in with a miasma as the stopwatch is really nice from Spirit, but it's not enough to save his life, and now Wonder, who TP'd into the front side of the fight with cover fire from Jin, is almost looking to pick off the map. This is certainly a play that G2 can look for. Rift Tower getting low. Are they going to 50-50 for it? Don't think so. Perk's going to chase Kuro away. Spirit does actually get the Herald, but he needs to actually get the buff. Yankos is going to make him pay for it. They will look to pick him off. They're able to grab Spirit there. Tucson actually picked up Yankos though. And now King going to have to run out of there. G2 want to at least chase for a couple more kills as Wunda in the top side is going to try and make something happen, but Perks, it was him, excuse me. As Wunda is mid lane, does go down in a 1v3.
Onto the side of Jin as G2 run at the Baron again. They've got a lot of Baron damage.
Wunda is going to force Tucson out of the way, but he does get the ward into the back line. Spirit is available to try and get a steal in here, but Wunda just umbral dash back over. They're going to force a 50-50 here. Spirit is going to make it in, but Tom catch! He got the Baron. G2, can they get out safely? Tucson goes in, 3-man pole into the heroic entrance, but Wunda is fighting it out and just trying to take out Keen. Tucson,
Kramer in the back
he's got
line.
the Perks, but Kramer is trying to rip everyone to pieces. Perks, though, is cutting it out. He's just so strong. He gets the double, but Yankos will die. Keanan also dead. As a Freak of Freaks tried to dive in Perks, he needs to leave, but Kuro clips it with a taunt. And a Freaker will get the ace.
They're able to get a lot of kills. They don't kill Wunda. Close to the ace for the side of a Freak of Freak.
You play for a split here. Wunda with a flank. He is spotted by Kuro. He's going in the other side. He needs to pop his ulti. He's going to get CC for a long time. It's not going to get it. He actually dies. before he can even pop World Ender. Hyunin moving forward is throwing shots into Tucson, but he pops Unbreakable Will. And we'll be okay. Now, how did G2 get out of a 5v4?
They're on the wrong side of the map, but they're trying to exit us for Afrika are not going to walk into something like a Petrifying Gaze. They want to make the play here. They know they have 40 seconds to actually make something happen.
Still 4v5 at the Baron. If you stick around too long, Perkz and Hyunin can destroy you.
Kuro, they don't know there's a ward in there, pastry time.
You can see checking now with the shots from Hyunin. He's blind, but he's just trying to check and see what's going on. Sees a little bit of info there. Gonna get a bit extra now. Knows they're on Baron.
We've only found the ward at the end. Here we go, though. Baron at 7,000.
Perkz around the other side. No, he actually doesn't have any vision. They take a control ward down. Wadid again, he can't swap over to Smite. That's Baron over to Afrika. And Kuro, he's found the flank as well. Yanko's going to be the target. Here comes Perkz. He stuns Spirit mid body slam. But Hyun's trying to cut it up. Perkz, he flashes, he gets the kill, but Kramer is able to take down the marksman on the other side. Yankos is going to die to the last few bullets, and Perkz, he has to turn tail.
G2 or O's.
Is that as a potential option? Wunder wants it though, he pops Ghostblade.
Trying to mainline through mid. They know
He gets
Galio's
the
out of
knock-up.
range.
That's going to actually force the back. He drops the body slam as well. My answer from Perkz is nice. Petrifying Gaze in, but Wunder already a little too low. Here comes Keen into the middle of the team fight with Id. Forced to get away. Wunder again finds a knock-up onto Kramer. He's going to get pulled back in the changes. Yankos, he wants to try and take him down. Damage is there, but Tucson with a massive pole on the other side. He's going to keep the fight going in Afrika's favor. Perkz, he's so low as Kramer surfs in at just the right time to deliver vengeance to the rest of G2. And out from Spirit will force Hyunin to get picked off as well. And Afrika picked off maybe too many for G2 to do anything other than watch their Nexus crumble.
But G2 found all their advantages this tournament, being bold, looking for kills. They understood this game was slipping away from them. Wunder goes for the play. Spirit a hair's breadth away from dying. However, Afrika Freaks, after starting 1 and 2, go 3 and 0. They guarantee themselves first seed out of the group. G2's not out, but Afrika Freaks move past, will not have to face RNG, and will
get themselves 2 strong picks, but I feel like the easiest pickup hit for Flash was, it's not going to be the Alistair. So now G2, they can grab that one for themselves, and they will likely grab the comfort pick in the top lane for Wunder.
And it's a bit of a curious choice for me because
It has looked pretty good on the aggressive junglers. I think Talia has been his best looking pick so far in the tournament. So they will consider it and they will lock it in. And
Heimerdinger! We forgot about it! Oh no!
I didn't forget because I was watching it drop. Like, they already let it drop through. Maybe they don't want to play it, and then they insta-log it. So I'm wrong. Heimerdinger.
It's the tiebreaker game.
Ban's going to be to the Zinjao.
Oh, they left it open.
Shut down Yankos, and you're right. That does mean they feel like they have the Bonanza. Unless we see Flash will show us something different, as this would be different.
Yes,
We're going Mordekaiser bot lane here to try to deal with the Heimerdinger. That's going to be really interesting. Double bruiser lane here, most
Flash Wolves.
Betty already playing a couple of games on that Mordekaiser. I thought we were past the Mordekaiser meta, Vedius, but
so did I.
Heimerdinger's brought him back. This is a hard lane to conceptualize. Perkz and Yankos are looking for a gank up top. Maple looking like a tasty target.
This is apparently the solution. You lance over me, we dive you into the tower. Well done, a pop Yankos with the belly bump. Vanguard's edge, and Perkz surfs in for first blood.
Got a Spirit can push through the lane and trivialize Heimerdinger's impact. But as the game goes on, it's going to be trickier as top side.
1v1 here, starting off, tipping in from G2, going to make it an unfair fight. Perkz does not want to get himself executed, but he's looking for the solo kill, able to grab it. Didn't even need the TP in his bot side. Still some action brewing. Mugen here, ready with the ulti, but does not pull the trigger.
And he walks away with a solo.
And here's G2 transferring some of that pressure that Perkz has generated here to the bottom side of the map. Wadid actually going to start the dive up, pops Unbreakable Will. Here comes the dive. Wunder down here as well, looking for Betty, who's going to flash away. Saw that taking a little too much damage, but Hanabi is here. Unfortunately for Betty, he is not, as Wunder does finish off that kill.
Bit of a cleanup crew here for G2. They can't get a second kill just yet.
Sword Art in the rush, but they can't get him in time as he actually Abyssal Voyages out towards G2's turrets. Wadid wants it. Flash, auto blast cone. Sword Art's booking it in towards the base as fast as his little legs will go.
Wadid has bloodlust in his eyes. He's going after Sword Art. He does have the boots of mobility. I don't know if he can catch up, though.
I don't think so. I think Sword Art has successfully executed, indeed has done so. Wadid, defense, but the Drake will go down more than fast enough. G2 do pick up their second Drake of the game and again deny it from the mod.
And they're showing a lot of control, but mid.
Yep, looking for it here. Perks does get the disarm. Vanguard's edge already there, and Wonder just there on-looking does get an assist, but Perks basically...
To me, it's just go back, buy 9 control wards, and try to make the enemy come to you, because these scenarios don't seem to be suiting Flash.
Ult missed again. Perks, though, he's getting chased down, but he's going to have to zip back to the wave, and he's out, kind of. Mugen's here. If it's a Voyage in, Perks going to have to play some real theatrics to try and get out of this situation. Cannot do it, though. It's shut down by Mugen, but it's worth a mid-turret.
But they even gold holders of G2. Flash Wars are just going to force the Baron.
That ward to the left of Baron, though, may give G2 the information they need to really put a stop to this play. Kianan throwing in grenades, he's with it in the mix of the fight. Kianan just trying to poke them out of the way. And again, they're going to try and go for it here with it a little too low, but they do get the pick on Hanabi. Maple trying to flank around, but now Kianan's going to face tank for his jungler as Wunder with the World Ender still looking decent there. Oh, the knockup was almost there, but he didn't have the third. They will take down Maple. Now Wunder has to book it, but he's still safe for now. Mugen Flash Q will pick up the cap on that kill.
And Perks just won't die. He's the biggest traitor to G2 as he's so close to kill.
Bounce pretty precariously, Vedian.
Now, there are no TPs anywhere on the map right now, and Wonder, he could be caught out.
Realm Warp, gonna look for him. World Ender pop, tries to get out of there, pops the chain, doesn't have flash. That's gonna be a kill. You have to think the Resurrect is there. Can he make it over the wall? He's not even gonna try as Maple able to finish that off.
And champions because of the Aurelia draft, so it becomes more 3 lanes than 2. But that's a lot of darkness. There's no Nocturne. This is just a lack of information for Flash Wars. And that's why the turrets mean this is Baron buff start number 1.
And they've started it, but again, they can very easily pull off and try and turn this around. Hanabi not going to get some, but Soda is going to be the target in the front line. The time kick is going to get picked off here. Kianan able to slay the first beast. And now Wunder looking for the knockup, doesn't quite grab Batty, but he will get him with a second. Still going, finds the chance, Vanguard's dead, disarms 3, and Perks, he's gonna dance around the backside of the fight as G2 look to really put the screws in this game. Hanabi is gonna disdain out, but that's 2 kills for G2.
And G2
hit in time, so it may just have to be Constellation Drake instead as Maple just TP's down to try and pressure this turret and meet his team up for the objective.
And this is very, very little reward, but all they can do is take a Mountain Drake and reevaluate the game state as Flash Wars. Feels like the early game Drakes going the way of G2 was so important to trivialize.
Quarterfinal are quickly disappearing as G2 pressure towards the base.
Lane assignment here is fantastic. Nothing Mord and Tom Kench can do. Aatrox is being able to shrug off Rise damage and poke at that top inhibitor turret as well. G2 staying as a 3-man unit, and Perks, well, everyone's staying away from him wherever possible. But the problem is, normally you'd say, okay, Ornn, blow that Ornn horn. They don't have anything like that. So incrementally, they're chipping down every inhibitor turret, and Flash Wars not finding anything.
It's not going to take long for G2 to find themselves 10,000 gold up and one of these inhibitor turrets broken, if not multiple, perhaps even at the same time. Still 50 seconds left on this Baron. Kianan is peppering the front line of Flash Wars, or at least what is of it, with rockets, and that turret's going to fall down and G2 move in.
And this must mean so much to G2 as Perks now trying to get collapsed onto 2 members.
He's just going to start his way out of this play. Perks does pop it. Actually, he moves through the Urgot ulti. Can't make his way back in, but Wonder's going to try and finish off the kill. Perks still playing around Hanabi. He's dancing through this over. He's actually still living. He's trying to find the biggest 1v1. He will fall, but the rest of his team is playing clean up with aplomb.
And G2, they find a big fight. Both Betty and Maple are down. The Nexus towers are in their eyes. They still have the Baron buff. They are so close to making their first ever quarterfinal.
Indeed, under the turret is going to initiate onto Soda. That's a kill. They're going to take the Nexus turret down. They grab the right-hand side. The stopwatch prop for Wonder is going to try and buy just a bit more time. Kianan Timer is doing what he can.
Just hit the
shove
Nexus,
everything
boys.
out. Hanabi pops the stone plate. G2, they're going to get another kill here as the Urgot cannot defend. And G2 on the precipice of pushing to their first quarterfinals. They put the last finishing touches on the Nexus and push themselves into the top 8.